I'm a man of my word, you know. I'll tell the story. I'll tell the story.
Yo. This is actually gonna end up on Reddit though. This is actually gonna end up on Reddit. Okay, if this is end up on Reddit, my Twitch channel is Speak Low.
This is okay. Here's the story, guys. Here's the story. Okay, so I was exploring options after Team Liquid, or sorry, after 100 Thieves, and so like I got approached by TL. I got approached by Steve in the off season.
So loud.
And he's like asking me like, okay, so if you were to go into the roster building for my team, right? Like who would be who would be like the super team basically? Who would be like plan A?
Why does it show us that it's muted? Okay.
And I was like letting him know, my thoughts. It doesn't really matter, who I wanted on the team, but it was going to be a sick team. And then I was like, well, honestly, I'm at the point in my life where I have to make so many sacrifices to play pro, and it's only worth it. I'll only be able to give it my 100% if it was the perfect roster, right? These 5 guys, and if not, I'm just gonna go into streaming because the way that like the salaries work right now, the way that like the viewership is right now, I just like don't. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. Like I don't even want to play unless it's this roster. That makes sense, right? So told him that, and it's like okay, so now Dodo is their GM, and I get into a call with Dodo. I tell him the same thing, and I let him know like these are the guys I think you should go after. And I think I can say that obviously the mid laner that I want to play with the most is Jojo. So I told him, yeah, you should go after Jojo. Now I tell Jojo a little bit about it. I get permission, tell him a little bit about it, and I'm like, yeah, you'll probably be talked to eventually. And
damn, TL Jojo. Thank fucking God Jojo didn't go to TL. I don't want to see him get ELO held.
It's like really weird because TL like never talks to him. And I'm like so confused. I'm like, why is TL not going after him? I don't get it. Steve, the CEO, is like trying to see if it's possible to assemble Exodia. And like I talked to Dodo and he seemed kind of interested, but there's no action. And okay, so fast forward, basically, here's like the meat of the story. So basically, Dodo eventually gets on call with Jojo and tells him that the only, like, Jojo asks about me. And he's like, yeah, what about Doublelift? Because at no point during the talk did Dodo mention that I was going to be part of the team, potentially. And then Dodo says, the only way that we would get Doublelift is if I'm not on the team anymore. We're not getting him. There's no way. And
damn.
And then Jojo's like, whoa, that's weird. That like doesn't track with like any of the stuff that's being told to me. It's just crazy. And so like my read on it is like Dodo hated me all this time. Probably because I threw him under the bus, something like when I was on TL, or like didn't try that hard in Spring Split, whatever. He just didn't like me. But like for him to say like the only way that like Doublelift will be on the team is if I quit.
No, you gotta repeat the line. He said if Doublelift rejoins the team, I'm gonna quit my job.
Oh right.
Wait, you forget like Lena has to tell him like he's like, wait, you forgot this main part of the story, Doublelift. Fuck it, bro. We'll take it.
He said if Doublelift joins a team, I'm gonna have to quit my job, or they're gonna have to fire me. I'm like, I'm learning about this stuff, right? I'm learning about these private conversations that are happening, and everyone a part of it is so confused. I'm like telling Steve, I'm like, yo, Steve, I think something is wrong. There must be a miscommunication or something. But like, you told me that like we're trying to explore this like option, and like it's a bit of a Hail Mary. I get it, but I don't know if like this is like being done in the right way, like how you envisioned it. You know what I mean? Maybe you should have a talk with like your staff. Yeah, it turns out, that Team Liquid ends up going the full Korean route again. No surprise there, but
full Korean route.
People are going to take this the wrong way that I'm like super salty. Like, man, I wish I wish that was me on Team Liquid right there. Like I would not want to play on that team. That was not even close to being like the super roster that I wanted to play on anyways.
Wait, isn't it just the same amount of Koreans if Jojo plays and Doublelift goes AD carry? Isn't it literally just the same amount of Koreans, or am I missing something?
Like entertain the idea of, but I got sabotaged so hard, Lassie. It was so crazy. So crazy.
I sent you a link because this was already reported too.
Is reported? Where? Oh, right. According to LEC Wulu, here, let's look at this one. It says right here, according to LEC Wulu, a player on TL wanted Doublelift to rejoin, but Dodo was against it. I mean, yeah, that's like one way to put it. Like he literally put his job on the line so that I like was not an option whatsoever.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, low-key kind of based if you think that a player is really like not worth it.
I mean, the thing that I found was weird was
I mean, the part that Doublelift brushed over here is that, yes, like, okay, so if you're the GM for a team and you're going into a spring split, and last time you had this guy on your team, Doublelift just admitted, he's like, yeah, I just didn't try that hard in spring split. That is a crazy thing to admit, that in like a like important competition, you weren't trying your hardest. Like, you literally just weren't trying your hardest in spring split. Okay? I can see a GM being like, yeah, I don't want this fucking guy on my team. I'll do anything to not have this guy on my team. That is really not ridiculous. Like, he also said he threw him under the bus. Like, why? Wait, so why should Dodo like want Doublelift on the team? And like, the other thing is, the way Doublelift is even framing this is that he only wants to be on the team if it's like a super roster. So like, he pretty much said that, like, unless it's like a perfect roster, I don't even want to play. I mean, you don't want a team who somebody on your team. You don't want to sign a contract with somebody that has like flimsy motivation. Last time you had him on your organization, he wasn't motivated. He admitted that he wasn't trying that hard, and now he's going into it with like, yeah, I'm probably gonna go straight. I mean, maybe if you give me a perfect roster, maybe I'll play, but like, I don't know, bro. That's the only way that it's worth it, because like everything else is not worth it to me. I think it's completely reasonable for Dodo to not want this guy on his team.
Dude, that was the craziest thing for me.
More so than like he was against it, because if he's against it, it's like fine, you know, you have different.
Yes, you have different opinions.
But
I
the
don't
disconnect is the crazy part.
I think
where
the
it's like, they don't know what's
underhandedness,
happening.
the like Game of Thrones lying is like the craziest part. So like, I'm friends with Steve. I like Steve, and so I told him, I was like, dude,
I mean, obviously, if that is true, so that would be the fucked up part, which I'm not sure is true, that Steve had no idea this was going on. Like, if that's true, then Dodo should just be fired by Steve.
like, this is weird. Like, your subordinate is essentially like undermining you, right? Like, what you wanted is like, he's not like acting in like your interests. So I was like telling him like, yeah, this is like fucked up. I personally don't care. Like, I'm actually very happy that I'm not playing, like extremely happy. But I felt like really bad about the whole situation because it's like super weird.
Yeah, I think like Ming said, I mean, I just don't know why. I don't know how they can be that far off from each other as a GM.
I couldn't believe it, bro.
That really blew my mind. Really.
Oh,
was, you know,
Dodo's apology? Let's see. What did he say? He said he wanted to apologize. He said it was in the gist of the moment.
In the gist of the moment.
He acted that way to convince JoJo in that moment.
The gist of the moment, bro.
And he apologized for saying that.
Wait, where did you get that from?
I mean, he sent me an apology because I was
Bro,
like...
I mean, I've never heard the gist of the moment, bro. I've heard the heat of the moment. That is some weird ass English, but okay.
Right
I
now?
told him, I was like, that's not cool.
Wait, this happened right now? Like the apology?
That's some esports lingo right there, bro. The professional guy comes down. Sorry, bro. This was in the gist of the moment. You just gotta pretend it's like, yes. I mean, in the context, it would be the heat of the moment, but whatever.
No. This was like months ago. This was months ago in the off season.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah, my bad. I just fucked you because I felt like in the moment.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't care
The gist is like the general idea. The gist of something is like the general idea.
like it was to my face, right? Like I talked to him. Actually, this is my I had time to think about it just now. If I talk to someone and I'm like, yo, I want to make this roster, like, what do you think about it? And they're like, yeah, well, we think Berserker's better than you. And I'm like, and like, you wouldn't be my first choice, but I appreciate that you want to join the team. No hard feelings at all. Like
that's fair.
I'm not gonna be like a salesman and be like, no, I'm so much better than Berserker because I'm fucking like 30 years old. I don't know, like it's totally fine. I have absolutely, but it's like the two-faced nature of it is what makes you feel bad.
But I mean, you don't really know that like Steve didn't know this. I mean, I guess like Steve could also just know that this was the decision and then not be letting Doublelift like in on the information he had. I mean, if Dodo was actually just not acting in the best interest of the team and Steve had no idea about it, wouldn't Steve have just fired him?
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes it more personal, not like it's actually like, you know, your ability.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like you have a disagreement with your boss or with somebody and you just talk about it, that's all good. But like going behind people's backs is what's weird as fuck. It's a classic NA esports moment, exactly.
So you guys are right. Okay, so that's the context. And
Notice
there's
the response on the Team Liquid subreddit. All right, let's see what new lies are coming up today. Let's take a look. Let us take a look.
All right, let's read this ourselves. Wait, does he read it? I mean, if he reads it, then maybe I would read it myself.
I was in conversations with Jojo since September during the offseason, had more than 6 to 7 combos with him.
Okay.
There were a lot of different roster additions with different players. Jojo ultimately chose C9 because he wanted to play with Berserker. That was top priority. DL wanted to play with Jojo only. It did not work out.
Little did he know, bro.
In the end. I also had chats with DL a few times in the off seasons as well, but things didn't work out in the end. Just disappointing. DL decided to share wrong information, saying I changed stories to Steve and block stuff. Steve and I worked together all off season, and we were transparent with each other during the process. I know today's loss or okay. Who cares about the loss today? Drama alert! Drama alert! That is very interesting because. Yeah, that doesn't really track with
Lena
the
for
apology
confirmation.
that
Lena, tell me what to say.
he sent me. That I'm looking at right now. I mean, it would be. No, I'm not going to post his private apology to me. I mean,
He posted this apology already. You have to.
Yeah. I gotta go in now and post his private apology to me. I mean,
I lock Lena for confirmation of what to say. I noticed that too. That was the first thing I fucking noticed. It's actually such a based
private apology to me. I mean,
I like Lena for confirmation of what to say to him.
I mean, he you can't delete it. It's too late. He sent this on November 4th, so it's like 4 months ago. Really? All right, I haven't copy pasted. It's chill. Anyways, guys, let me just tell you that when Steve found out about this, he said, "Oh shit, that's not good." And then, I don't think that him and Dodo were on the same team during the entire offseason. I tell you that much. And also,
so why is Dodo not fired? What?
Him saying that they were going after JoJo aggressively the entire offseason, which was like me and Steve's sort of like option A, is the best way to put it. Completely wrong because I was in contact with JoJo's agent the entire time, and he said, "Message Dodo, he didn't get back to me. Message Dodo, he didn't get back to me. Message Dodo, he didn't get back to me. Yo, this is the last call. We're gonna join. Like C9 is going to sign JoJo literally in the next 24 hours. If TL doesn't give me a response, like I'm gonna have no choice." That's the way that it went. And as for all the receipts, you know, posting the receipts seems like I'm gonna get involved a lot of people in that. So just the apology. 1 sec.
Dodo, hey Peter, I heard from Steve that you heard my conversation with Jojo PN regarding you in the past few days. I want to apologize to you. Those conversations were definitely not professional, and I feel very bad about talking like that behind your back. Fucking troll face. It was in the gist of the moment. Oh god, bro. I hate it. It was in the gist of the moment where JoJo reached out to me, worried that we were going for you instead of Berserker, and I acted in a way to convince JoJo at that moment. But still, I shouldn't have said something like that, and I'm really sorry. I still very much respect you as a player and as a friend. Sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry.
This is Dodo's message to me.
We're sorry.
So let's see. He didn't try to block it, right? Yo, Peter. Hey, Peter. I heard from Steve you had heard my conversation with JoJo regarding you in the past few days. Admitting guilt. I wanted to apologize to you. Those conversations were definitely not
also
professional. I feel very bad,
by the way, but it's fine.
About talking like that behind your back. It was in the gist of the moment where JoJo reached out to me, worried we were going to go for you instead of Berserker, and I acted in a way.
Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't know what the word means at all. Like, he's just going in business meetings. All right, bro, I don't want to be in the gist of the moment here, but I think that you guys should sign with us. Like, what the fuck, bro? It's such a joke.
To convince JoJo at that moment. But still, I should have said something like that, and I'm very sorry. I still very much respect you as a player and as a friend. Guys, would you say that the only way somebody would be on the team is if they fired me first, if you respected them as a player and a friend? Is that compatible, or is that just like being two-faced? I think Dodo may have forgotten that he sent me that message. So, let's go back to his original statement over here. In conversation with JoJo, and had a bunch of conversations with him, like on the same team as Steve. Wrong. Definitely wrong. As for like involving like all the people that would need to be involved, like all the agents and stuff, as to like whether or not that happened, yeah, that would be quite the undertaking. But yeah, sharing a wrong information, saying I changed stories to see even block stuff.
Hey, that doesn't prove, like, obviously it proves that Dodo is an idiot. Like, sure. What it doesn't prove here is that, like, Steve didn't know what was going on. Like, he could easily just, like, Steve could have just been like, yo, bro, just apologize to Doublelift to get him off my case. Like, Steve could have been on board with what was actually happening with the team. Like, it could have been a decision that they would literally just do anything to get JoJo on the team because they think that he is the real talent in North America. But whatever, bro. It's just Doublelift drama. Dude, I feel like this could have been done so much better, but fuck it. It is what it is. All right. 1 minute until Weibo WE. All right, bear back 1 second.